evening and welcome to another edition of Hgp Sport. For today, I'm JADON Samuels. Thanks for joining us. We begin the cast by telling you that Guyana's under-20 team opened their CONCACAF Men's Championship account, dropping Montserrat 6-0 at the weekend. The details in this report. Despite showing up at the championship 5 players short, the locals were still good enough to leave Montserrat goalless. In the 31st minute came Guyana's first goal, credit to the boot of Omari Glasgow, and 5 minutes after, Darwin George made it 2, taking the young Jaguars safely through the first half. 2-0. As the second half began to count down, the man in charge of the home side, Nicholas McCarter, registered a hat-trick, scoring in the 49th, 78th and 84th minutes. And as if that was not enough, Ravon Bailey got into the action, signing off the win with the 6th goal in the 87th minute. Despite the impressive 6-0 finish, the 19 goal scoring opportunities created should have been better utilized, according to coach Wayne Dover, who expressed optimism that the youngsters make the corrections going into Monday's second game against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. JADON Samuels, Hgp Sport. Turning our attention to some boxing news, Alicia Jackman has her eyes set on Barbados, the jewel of the Caribbean. Samuel Gillis explains.
After gold at the Caribbean Championships in Trinidad and Tobago, Alicia Jackman, the Caribbean champion junior boxer, will have a chance to display her excellent boxing skills this weekend at the Ronald Wilson Memorial Tournament. Alicia will battle the Canadian Coley Jenkins between February 21st and the 22nd. This tournament will see participants from Great Britain, Canada, Guyana, and the host country. Guyana Boxing Association President Steve Ninval is doing all in his power to nurture the talent of Jackman, who is arguably the best female junior boxer in the Caribbean. Jackman will be accompanied by AIBA 3-star coach Seabird Blake. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
Cricket news. Jaguars and Volcanoes fought to a draw after centuries from Christopher Barnwell and Leon Johnson in the Jaguars' first innings in Grenada.
The Windward Islands, who played extremely well in their first innings Thursday last, posted a score of 318 runs. But the 5-time consecutive champions, the Guyana Jaguars, retaliated well with the bat when they took to the field on the second day. Despite an early loss of wickets, skipper Leon Johnson and Christopher Barnwell put on a 170-runs 4th-wicket partnership, which held the foundation for the Jaguars to set up the mammoth total and a first innings lead. Johnson finished with 189 from 357 balls, while Barnwell ended with 107 from 117 balls. Also adding to the scores were Anthony Brambles 47 and Shamron Hettimeyer with 32 runs, to give the Jaguars 426 runs and a lead of 108 runs. The Volcanoes in their second innings replied stood strong with opener Devon Smith 147 runs and Kavim Hodge 100, which led the team from the front to help set up the draw on the final day, as Jaguars weren't able to get on the field to do their bidding with the bat the second time around. In other matches, the Jamaican Scorpions won by 5 wickets after posting scores of 385 all out and 137 for 6. To Leeward's Islands 274 and 294 all out over the Trelawney Multi-Complex in Jamaica. While at Kensington Oval, Barbados pulled off their 4th consecutive win by dismantling the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force by 299 runs. For Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
Football news. The Magnum Tonic Wine Futsal Tournament is now down to 2 teams. Ben Street and Rio All-Stars are the teams competing in the final.
On Saturday night last, Ben Street bent the hopes of the Kingston team and its fans with a 5-3 win, starting with the first goal in the first 3 minutes of the semi-finals in the Magnum Mash Cup Tonic Wine Futsal Tournament. A moderate crowd for a late start then witnessed Rio All-Stars as they defied expectations and battled past Leopold Street, who were clearly in the mash mood. As the stars shone, the light was too bright for the Leopold Street. They were out in a 3-1 encounter. Rio then sealed their maiden appearance in a national final. The losing finalists will now face off in the third place playoff. Winner of that event will pocket $600,000 and the championship trophy, while the second place side will collect $400,000 and the respective trophy. On the other hand, the third and fourth place unite will receive $200,000 and $100,000 respectively, and the corresponding trophy. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
In badminton news, Daryl Carpene and Marlon Chung capped the men's doubles, and Ayana Watson and Christina Kumar for the women's in the first badminton tournament this year.
The Guyana Badminton Association hosted its first major badminton doubles title in the year on Saturday, where some of the big names in the sport came out. In the semi-final round, Daryl Carpene and Marlon Chung defeat Akil Haynes and Tyrese Jeffrey in a battle that could have gone either way, with the first set ending in the slimmest of margins, 21-20. The second set saw Chung and Carpene coming up short to lose that set, 14-21. But they saved their best for last as the final set went the distance, 24-22. While Jonathan Mangar and Avinash Udit defeat Essa Sankar and Avin Rodriguez 14-21, 21-15, 21-16. In the final of the men's double, Daryl Carpene and Marlon Chung defeated Jonathan Mangar and Avinash Udit and had everyone on their toes as the jaw-dropping shots from both sides were amazing. The first set they played point for point until Chung and Carpene had the upper hand and stole the extra point for a 19-21 win. Like in their semi-final match, they dropped the second set but regrouped in the third to take the title in what was a repeat of the first set, 21-19. While over in the ladies' doubles division, Ayana Watson and Christina Kumar defeated Emily Ramdani and Anna Piera in a ferocious battle which showcased the ladies can do what the men can and even better. They too played to a three-set, taking the victory with a 14-21, 21-11, 21-11 win. For Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
And finally, in sport this evening, family members and cyclists gathered to say their final goodbyes to a former national cyclist, Jude Bentley, on Sunday, 1 week after the cyclist met his demise. The turnout of persons at the World Vision Church on David Street, Kitty, on Sunday to pay their final respects was befittingly huge for a sportsman of such caliber. Bentley was struck down on February 8 by a speeding vehicle while cycling on the Rupert Craig Highway near the Russian Embassy turn. Behind the wheel of the vehicle was former Army Chief of Staff Gary Best. That concludes our cast for this evening. I'm Jadon Samuels, reminding you as always, say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs. Good night.